Hi garden friends, welcome to the channel. I'm Era and this is Gardening on Purpose. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're a subscriber, welcome back. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video. I garden in Georgia, Zone 8A, where I do gardening related videos. Now, if you've been following me for a while, you might have noticed that I have not put anything out in over a month. And that's simply because, guys, my family and I have been going through some tragedies. We lost two loved ones in a span of 6 days apart in early May. We are still in shock. We're still in disbelief. And that is why you haven't seen me. Because you know, you've seen me every day, at least every day in the last couple of years. I've put something out, at least a short or a long form video every other day. And I want to say a special thank you for anyone who've noticed and actually sent me a message asking me if I'm okay. Physically, I'm okay, but I'm still reeling from all that has happened. And I just want to take the time today to say thank you and to let everybody know that I'm okay. And that is why you haven't seen me in a while. Now, I finally got the energy, the drive, the will to come out here. And it looks rough, guys. Being away from a garden for a month is bad. It's a bad thing when you're into gardening, you're a YouTuber and everything, because the garden goes wild. It's been raining, the weather's been great, so things have been growing really, really fast. And I haven't been paying attention because my mind mentally has not been here. It's been out in the universe wondering why this is all happening to us. But it's time for me to come out here because I know that the garden is going to be my saving grace. After family has left and everybody who has come for the funerals and come to be here for us, they've already gone. And now we're back to being by ourselves again. I know the garden is going to be what's going to save me and help me through this really hard time. So I want to show you the garden and how it looks. It's looking rough, but there's some beauty on other sides. And I'm going to turn the camera around and you can see what it's looking like. All right, guys, here we are, and this is what it's looking like, full of weeds. I have so much weeding to do, and I have that, you see this tree right here? That's a weed. That's a weed from raining and great weather. That big guy right here, that's an actual weed. But in any case, this is what the backyard garden is looking like right now. A lot of things that are looking pretty, but absolutely full of weeds. And that's really going to keep me busy. I have a couple of daylilies that are blooming. I have agastache that's blooming. I have oriental lilies that are all budded up. I've got dahlias right here that I will zoom in, later on, right? I'll definitely take the time later to go into detail about a lot of these things, but just kind of showing you what it looks like generally. More agastache right here, more agapanthus. We have liatris and butterfly bushes that are beginning to bloom. We've got yarrow that got beat up by the weather, and I need to divide that because obviously it's laying down, and that's a dead sign right there that you need to divide that. And then I have my Captain Solo calla lily that is doing absolutely amazing. Landini lily right here, looking great. What else? So much weeds, guys. I mean, remember I was kind of showing off saying that how I don't have any weeds through my wood chips. Look at all of them right here. This is from me not being here for a month. This is all weeds. Look, remember my little pathway right here that I made? Look at all them weeds in there. This is why you have to stay on top of things if you can. Obviously, we were going through stuff and the garden was the last thing on my mind, but these are easy pulls. I'm not even worried about it. But in the garden bed themselves, the plants are looking great. And more agastache right here. I've got this guy here, which is red hot poker. Of course, you see my coneflowers are doing great. All my coneflowers here looking nice. Liatris looking nice. More of the butterfly bush looking nice right here. So this is that back garden. And as you can see, you can see the weeds. I know you can. You can see the weeds. And then here we have even more weeds in here that I need to pull out. This is like grassy weeds though, right there. And then of course my Mystic Spire sage, that is one of my favorite plants here. That's doing great. And just like just the garden. This is what it looks like. My phlox is here. Oh my goodness, look at my coreopsis. Ooh, okay, that's never a good sign. I'm going to cut this back and look at my butterfly bush looking great. And look who bloomed again. I'm so glad I was able to catch it. This one here is the Immortality Bearded Iris right there. And of course, my favorite plant, which is the Autumn Joy Sedum, is looking great, guys. Here's a big weed right there. I am definitely going to be busy with all this work that I have piled upon myself based on how life was. Now here are some containers that I had, and I had the I think this is called Mountain Mint right here, getting ready to bloom. I heard that this guy here will bring in a lot of pollinators for me. And then all the other plants I have here, which this is Lantana Miss Huff right here, all four. I've got this guy here, which is that, this is the common milkweed. And then these two guys back here is those are two poisonous plants right here. Keeping it moving, guys. Again, one of the downsides of yarrow is that it looks like this when it gets beat up by the rain, or the fact that it spreads so fast, it doesn't look the greatest, right? And then further over, I have even more of my daylilies. You guys know I'm a fan of daylilies, and I don't know the names of these, but I love them anyway. Look at my Blue Point Juniper. It is doing absolutely amazing, but of course you can see weeds in here. Really, really nice. I'm so happy that I finally came out, guys, because I was in the house just all sad, and I knew that this was going to make me feel better, but the energy just was not there, guys. I tell you, it just wasn't there. The yard looks terrible, I must say. You guys know how I'm accustomed to keeping my yard. Look at that brush right there. You see all that? That's never there. This is from me not being out here, being on top of things. Okay, what else I want to show you? I also want to show you my edible garden. I have green beans, guys. Look at this. I have a whole bunch of green beans. Let me show you. Right here, I got green beans there. You see them? I have a lot of green beans in here. I've got cucumber. I have little baby okras coming up, but I definitely want to show you the cucumber. These were the pickle bush cucumbers, guys, and they are ready to be picked. Love cucumbers. I can sit there and eat them as a snack. Look at that, guys. Look at that, planted from seed. And nothing sprayed. This is just seed, water, and sunshine, guys. Look at that pickle bush looking great. It's definitely time for me to pick these so they can keep. And you can see I have so many little baby ones getting ready to come. No end rot or anything. So my calcium level is doing great. I need to stake my tomatoes. And I actually need to harvest my potatoes. Now, I don't know if I actually have potatoes in here or if they spoil because it's been over the time they were supposed to be harvested, and we've been getting a lot of rain. So I don't know if they're even good, but I will definitely do a separate video. But this is my little edible garden with cucumber and pepper and okra, tomato, lemon, green beans, berries, and all that good stuff, right? So yeah, guys, this is what it's looking like. Lot of work to keep me busy. Definitely want to get it back into the swing of things so I can definitely give you the content what you're accustomed to. But let me know how your garden is doing. Here we are in pretty much the middle of June, and there's a lot of sunshine, there's a lot of rain, a lot of plants are looking great. Once I get to the point where I get the garden back to how I want it, I'll feel a little bit more better, right? So all these guys here have to go in the ground somehow. I had bought them before those tragedies happened, and I never got around to them. So they've been out here getting beat up by the sun and whatever, and they've been getting watered by the rain. Those lilies I had gotten from Walmart for $3 each. And these guys were clearance plants that I was prepping a video for before all this happened and never got around to doing the video. So those need to go in the ground. And then here is my my beauty berry guy here, right here. He's all budded up. And of course my black-eyed Susan is spreading all over the place. So it's just been rough, guys. I tell you, it's really, really been rough, but I'm just glad to be back. Now I'm gonna go further down so I can show you the shade garden. Here is the calamint. that I had bought from Loganville. And then this is the part shade area with stuff like hydrangeas and hostas and old-fashioned azaleas. And then I have my hellebore here that are pretty much done blooming. And again, you can see the weeds. Moving further over is my official shade garden with my hostas, my hookeras, my lungworts, my daphne, my astilbe, and all that good stuff, guys. And even this guy here, which I'm so happy he's doing well this year, that is the Brunnera, also known as the Siberian bug loss. Two plants here that I've been keeping an eye on are this guy here, which is the Japanese Aurelia, spider's web fatsia. And then this guy here, which is the Aramanthus, I think it's whitewater acanthus, that's what it's called, whitewater acanthus, that I got from Loganville. That is a total shade plant. I read that this guy here is a monster and a bully in the ground, and I have no space to put it, so I'm going to leave it in the container until I figure out what I am doing. For this video, I'm just going to stick with showing you what's happening in the backyard, but there's a lot going on in the side yard and the front yard. My front yard, the grass area, the lawn is looking rough. Thank goodness I am not in an HOA, or else I would have been gotten fined, because we have not been taking care of the front yard since all this happened. But it's definitely time to get that done. But I just want to show you just a quick glimpse of what things are looking like, and also to let you know that I'm okay and I'm ready to get back into the swing of gardening. Let me know how things are going for you. Please like, please share, and please subscribe. Remember to hit that notification bell so you can be alerted in all my new videos. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.